Happy holiday. It's my birthday. Happy Monday. It is really my birthday, but of course I had to drop a pep talks for you anyway. My birthday is a reflective time of the year for me, and which I'm sure it is for everyone. But I also have always looked at it as like another new year. And it's, perfect that it's so close to the actual new year, but also so close to the end of the first quarter, because it gives me the opportunity to revisit those New Year's Eve goals, and recalibrate if I need to, tweak some goals, if I need to. And so it's always like a reminder to, revisit some of the goals that I set for myself for the year. It is also, the time of year that I reflect on my personal growth. And so the real topic of this pep talk is personal growth, but also how I have used therapy to in my personal growth. I have been seeing a therapist for a little over 2 years now. And anyone who has had the pleasure of having a conversation with me about it knows that I consider it one of the most important and valuable things I've ever invested in myself. It has helped tremendously in me becoming and loving the woman that I am today. And so I know that, it is still quickly dismissed in the Black community, the whole idea of therapy, even though, no matter if you're going to see it because you've had traumatic or life-altering experiences, or if you're going just like me, I decided to go because I just wanted to make sure there was nothing subconsciously holding me back from accomplishing any of my goals and dreams, which there was upon further inspection. Therapy has been proven to just have this amazing effect on your brain, and just being able to solve problems and know what triggers, certain stressors. And so that has been my, my biggest use for it. For me, there were 3 things that I mainly wanted to address. The first one was my confidence in my abilities. And I know some people watching are like, what? Because people have always looked at me as a pretty confident person, and I am. For the most part, I've always mostly been confident in my physical abilities as an athlete or former athlete. I'm training for the marathon, but I still don't consider that athletic. And so I have always, practiced confidence or had confidence in certain abilities, but there were, other things going on in my life that I didn't have the confidence in, and my self-talk, that inner talk that, the idea of pouring into yourself. My self-talk wasn't where it needed to be in order for me to accomplish these goals and dreams that I had. The second thing I wanted to address was the confidence in being my whole self. Again, I've always been looked at as being pretty confident, but what I mean by being my whole self is that I didn't always fully embrace all of my full range of emotions. Again, I think because of the, the image that I put out there, and also what other people saw in me. They saw me as this, like, this strong woman, aggressive and, stern and confident, and to some people intimidating, which is what I've never intentionally put out there. Even though, I've always been, kind, but the fact that there were these stronger traits that people, attributed to me, I filled that role for them. And so to me, filling that role meant that, I looked at like crying as a weakness, or being vulnerable as a weakness. And I'm sure many of you have experienced, if you want to have a loving, happy, and healthy, intimate relationship with someone, you have to be vulnerable in that. And the fact that I wasn't having that type of relationship that I wanted with, the people I was dating, was something that I wanted to honestly and fully explore. And so just being able to talk through that and address it, with someone, who, didn't know any of my friends or didn't know my outside, life, and was able to give me some tools to be able to just become all of who I am, and to be able to, express that with the correct emotions, without feeling like I was being weak. And then the third thing was being okay with deciding that good wasn't good enough for me. And basically just, not settling in my own life, like, in my career, like, I have a good career, and, work for a great company, and I could just stop here, but I want more. I want more for myself. I know what I'm capable of. And so I could not settle. And that's okay. Wanting more is okay. Wanting more in a relationship. I've come across good guys, but I didn't want to settle. I wanted more. I wanted what I wanted, what I knew I needed for me in a relationship. I wanted to pursue that. And so I, was able to use that to become okay with saying, like, this is good, but it is not good enough for me. And I know some people, may disagree with that, and it could be, most people are used to settling. And so, I have the full belief that I will receive what it is that I want. And therapy has played a major part in me, believing that. But, I fully recommend it. I fully recommend, trying out therapy or talking to someone. I consider my therapist someone who is on my Tai Marie Sawyer Incorporated board of directors. And those are people in your life who you trust, who you go to for advice, mentors, maybe family and friends who provide sound advice. And my therapist, she is on my life's board of directors. And so that's in a nutshell how therapy has helped in my personal growth, and how I know will continue to help in my personal growth as I embark on my 33rd year here on planet Earth. And so the quote I wanted to leave you with is actually just an IG quote that just stuck with me. And it said real growth is when you start checking your damn self. And I have absolutely been able to check myself in many areas of my life. And I'm proud of it. So I hope you enjoy your Monday. I will certainly be enjoying mine, as it is a pamper me day for me. And I'll see you next Monday.